Hi, this is needlepointers.com, and this is our first video in a Learn to Quilt series of videos. In this quilt series, I will show you how to make a quilt out of 5-inch squares. It's a very simple quilt, but it's a great way to start and learn the basics of quilting. I'm going to make this quilt out of these 3 fabrics. And it's going to actually be a baby size quilt. Some things you need for your first step in making this quilt is we are going to be cutting 5-inch squares. When we quilt, we usually use a cutting mat in order to help us cut nice, even squares of the same size. We use a cutting mat and a ruler. This is a long ruler, which is nice for cutting the full width of the fabric. And you also use a rotary cutter. Rotary cutters are very sharp, so we have to be very careful with them. To cut the 5-inch squares, I have the fabric folded with the selvage together. I then line the selvage up along the one edge of my cutting mat so that I know it's straight. The first thing we want to do then is to straighten this edge of the fabric. So I have put the ruler, and there's a lip on my ruler so I can make sure that it's straight, and I'm going to cut off a small amount along this edge so that I know that it's straight. Okay, so my ruler here is 5 inches wide, so I can then just cut on the other side of this ruler and I will have a 5-inch strip. If you don't have a 5-inch ruler, you can line your fabric up on one of the numbered lines on the edge. So I usually line it up, and then I can line up my ruler. Since this is on the 20, I can line up my ruler on the 15 at the top and the bottom. Always make sure you line it up all the way across. So you can see when I go all the way to the other end, I'm going to make sure that this is the 15, that my ruler is lined up on the 15 there also, to make sure it's straight. I then cut the strip, being very careful to hold the ruler so that it doesn't move. So now I have one 5-inch strip, and first I'm going to cut off the selvage edge now, and I am making sure that my ruler is straight. My fabric is along one of the lines, and my ruler is straight. So I get a nice actual 5-inch square. Now the other way we can cut these squares is by using, this is a 6-inch, or actually it's a 6.5-inch square ruler. So I can see that I have 5 inches there, and what I can do is line the 5-inch mark on my ruler up there, and I can line the 5-inch up on this corner, so then I'm sure that I have a square. Also, my 5-inch is here in the corner. And then I can cut 5-inch squares. For a baby size quilt, we can cut 30 5-inch squares, and that will give us a quilt that has 5 squares across by 6 squares down, which is a nice size for a baby quilt. If you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, you could add another set of row or column. Another way to get your 5-inch squares is to purchase a charm pack. Charm packs include a collection of 5-inch squares that usually are all from the same line of fabric, so they're all coordinated together into one line. These are already cut at 5 inches by 5 inches, and they usually come with about 42 squares in the pack. And these are two different charm square packs that I just happen to have to show as a sample. If you buy the charm square packs, obviously you don't have to do all this cutting, and you can skip this step. So as you can see, I've cut 10 squares of my 3 different fabrics so I have all the squares I'll need to be making the baby quilt. If you're interested in seeing more photos of this project or to see the next video in the series, click the iCard or the link in the description of the video to visit our website, needlepointers.com. By visiting our website and purchasing supplies through the links on our website, you can help us make more videos. You can keep up with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or Google+. Visit our website by clicking the iCard to find the links to follow us. If you're on Pinterest, pin our projects to your wall. This is a great way to keep track of your favorite projects. Visit our website, needlepointers.com, to find lots of other quilting projects and tutorials.